Doctors told her she had 3 months to live. Her family started planning her funeral. Friends began saying goodbye forever. But the test results belonged to someone else. When Victoria discovered the truth about the medical mistake, she also discovered the truth about everyone she loved. Victoria Mitchell was 28 years old. She was a healthy, active teacher who loved her job. One day, she felt tired and had some stomach pain. Victoria went to the hospital for a routine checkup. Dr. Williams ordered blood tests and scans to be safe. 3 days later, Victoria returned for her results. Dr. Williams looked serious and uncomfortable. "Victoria, I'm afraid. I have some very difficult news," he said. "Your test results show that you have advanced cancer. I'm sorry to tell you this, but you have approximately 3 months to live." Victoria felt like the room was spinning around her. 3 months, she whispered in disbelief. "Are you sure? Can we do another test?" Dr. Williams showed her the medical reports. "I'm very sorry. Victoria, the cancer has spread throughout your body." Victoria called her boyfriend Derek from the hospital parking lot. "Derek, I need to tell you something terrible," she said, crying. "The doctors say I have 3 months to live." Derek was silent for a long moment. "Oh no, Victoria, this is really bad news." Victoria drove to her parents' house to break the news. Her mother, Patricia, cried and hugged her tightly. "We'll fight this together," Patricia said firmly. "We'll get second opinions and find the best doctors." Victoria's father, Robert, looked shocked and devastated. Victoria's sister, Jennifer, had a different reaction. 3 months, Jennifer asked with worry in her voice. "What about your apartment lease? Your car payments? Maybe you should move back home to save money." Victoria felt hurt by Jennifer's practical concerns instead of emotional support. Victoria told her close friends about her diagnosis. The reactions were surprising and heartbreaking. Her best friend, Michelle, immediately started crying. "I'll be here every day," Michelle promised. "We'll make the most of every moment together." But other friends began acting strangely. They stopped calling and texting Victoria. When she reached out, they made excuses. "I'm just really busy with work right now," they would say. Victoria realized that many people were uncomfortable around dying people. Derek's behavior became increasingly distant and cold. He stopped staying overnight at Victoria's apartment. He canceled their weekend plans repeatedly. "I need some space to process this," he told Victoria. "This is really hard for me to handle." 2 weeks later, Victoria discovered something heartbreaking. Derek was seen at a restaurant with another woman. When Victoria confronted him, he didn't deny it. "Victoria, you're dying," Derek said cruelly. "I can't waste my life waiting for you to die." At school, Victoria's colleagues treated her differently. Some teachers avoided her in the hallways. Principal Johnson called Victoria into his office. "We think it's best if you take early medical leave," he said. "The students shouldn't have to deal with this situation." Victoria felt abandoned by her professional family. "I can still teach," she protested. "I feel fine most days." "It's not about your ability," Johnson replied. "It's about maintaining a positive environment for the children." Despite many disappointments, some people surprised Victoria with their loyalty. Her mother, Patricia, quit her job to spend time with Victoria. Money doesn't matter now, Patricia said. Being with you is all that's important. Patricia cooked Victoria's favorite meals and drove her to appointments. And Michelle visited Victoria every single day after work. They watched movies, talked about memories, and planned special experiences. We're going to make these 3 months beautiful, Michelle said. Old Mr. Peterson, Victoria's neighbor, brought flowers every week. These people showed Victoria what real love looked like. Living with a death sentence changed Victoria's perspective completely. She stopped worrying about small problems. Victoria appreciated simple things like sunshine and good coffee. She wrote letters to people she loved. Victoria tried to make peace with her approaching death. But Victoria also felt angry about the people who abandoned her. I'm the same person I was before, she thought. Why do they treat me like I'm already dead? Victoria decided to focus on the people who truly cared. She stopped chasing the ones who had walked away. 6 weeks after her diagnosis, Victoria received an unexpected call. Ms. Mitchell, this is Dr. Rodriguez from the hospital lab. I need you to come in immediately for new blood tests. There might be an issue with your previous results. Victoria felt confused and worried. What kind of issue? Victoria asked nervously. I can't discuss details over the phone, Dr. Rodriguez replied. But please come in as soon as possible. Bring a family member with you if you can. Victoria's heart started racing. With fear and hope, Victoria and her mother rushed to the hospital. Dr. Rodriguez looked nervous and apologetic. Ms. Mitchell, I have to tell you about a serious mistake. Your test results were accidentally switched with another patient. You do not have cancer. You are completely healthy. Victoria stared at him in complete disbelief. What do you mean? She whispered. The results belonged to Victoria Martinez, not Victoria Mitchell. We mixed up your files because of the similar names. Victoria's mother started, crying tears of joy and anger. You mean I'm not dying? Victoria asked in shock. No, you are perfectly healthy, Dr. Rodriguez confirmed. This was a terrible administrative error. The hospital takes full responsibility for this mistake. Victoria felt a mixture of relief, joy, and rage. Do you understand what you've done to my life? Victoria demanded. For 6 weeks, I've been preparing to die. My boyfriend left me. My job fired me. My friends abandoned me because they thought I was dying. Dr. Rodriguez apologized repeatedly. But Victoria was devastated. After the initial shock, Victoria felt determined to teach everyone a lesson. Mom, I want to see how people react when they learn the truth. I want to know who really loves me and who is just scared. Patricia supported her daughter's decision completely. Let's see who comes crawling back, Patricia said angrily. Victoria decided not to tell anyone immediately. She wanted to observe people's behavior for a few more days. The people who abandoned me don't deserve to know yet, Victoria thought. I need to understand what their abandonment really meant. Victoria planned her revelation carefully. Victoria called Derek and asked him to meet her. I wanted to see you one more time, she said sadly. Derek looked uncomfortable and guilty. Victoria, I know I haven't been supportive, he admitted, but this whole situation has been really hard for me too. Derek, I have something to tell you, Victoria said calmly. The doctors made a mistake. I'm not dying. Derek's face changed immediately to excitement. That's amazing. We can get back together now. I always loved you, Victoria. I was just scared. Victoria looked at Derek with complete disgust. You think we can just get back together? She asked. You abandoned me when you thought I was dying. You started dating someone else. Within 2 weeks, you told me you couldn't waste your life waiting for me to die. Derek tried to make excuses. I was scared and confused, he said desperately. People make mistakes when they're stressed. But I never stopped loving you deep down. Victoria shook her head with disappointment. Derek, you showed me who you really are. Victoria said firmly, when I needed you most, you ran away. Real love doesn't disappear when things get difficult. You loved me only when it was convenient and easy. Derek realized that Victoria was never going to forgive him. Victoria also confronted her false friends. You disappeared when you thought I was dying, she told them. You were uncomfortable with my pain and suffering, but you want to celebrate now that I'm healthy. Real friends don't abandon you during the worst moments of your life. Victoria focused on the people who had proven their loyalty. Her mother, Patricia, had sacrificed everything to be with her. Michelle had visited every single day without fail. Mr. Peterson had shown kindness without expecting anything in return. These people had loved Victoria unconditionally. Victoria threw a celebration party for her real friends. You loved me when you thought I was dying, she told them. That's the purest form of love that exists. You didn't run away when things got scary. You stayed and made my darkest days brighter. Victoria learned the most valuable lesson of her life from this terrible mistake. She discovered that facing death reveals people's true character. Some people love you only when life is easy and comfortable, but real love stays strong during the darkest and most difficult times. Victoria realized that the medical error was actually a blessing in disguise. I'm grateful for this experience, Victoria said months later. It showed me who my real family and friends are. I learned that quality matters more than quantity in relationships. The people who stay with you during your worst moments are the only ones worth keeping. Sometimes life's biggest mistakes teach us life's most important truths. If Victoria's story opened your eyes about true friendship, please like, subscribe, and share. Who in your life would stay with you during your darkest moments? Tell me in the comments below.